All right, what do we got next here?
Should we do Joe Rogan?
Let's do Joe Rogan. Bring him on down. Bring him up. You know, Joe Rogan, I thought he would defend him a little bit more. Now, Joe was talking with two people that we despise even more than Tony Hinchcliffe. Where is this one, the Joe Rogan?
It should be at the top.
Okay, Joe Rogan. He was sitting down with, what are these guys' names? You know them so well, Jules.
Oh, hold on, let me remind myself.
Because you've got this great name.
Francis Foster, dad molested him, and Constantine kissing guys.
Francis Foster, say this again, nice and clear and loud. Say it again.
Francis Foster, dad molested him, and Constantine kissing guys.
Okay, beautiful. These are their names. We're not making this up. Now, what are these guys from? What's the name of their show that they do?
Triggernometry. Remember them from that interview with Tony?
Of course. Oh, I'll never forget. Triggernometry, which, by the way, Trigger, you know, I see what they're doing there. And these two nerds, let me show you the opening of these guys. These are the two nerdiest know-nothings. They're repeating stuff. If you think Tony's heck, wait till you meet these guys from Triggernometry. They're rehashing talking points from 2008. I mean, they're really the most dated two dimwits. I don't know how they grifted their way into this space, but they did something right. These two were never meant to be dealing in this.
So much.
So these are these, like, cancel culture guys. One of them's from Britain. It's like, shut the fuck up. I don't like when people from other countries start talking about U.S. cancel culture. You know nothing of the sort. Watch these guys here on Rogan.
Joe Rogan
Podcast, check it out. You got to see it.
Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night.
Where did I
all day.
Drink.
Boy, I wish there was something to talk about. You guys are coming here. I'm like, I love these guys so much. Too bad. It's just there's nothing going on.
Well, I heard you might have needed to cancel.
Nerd number one. Is this Kissin?
I think so, yeah.
That's his last name is Kissin. Kissi. Whatever you call it. Kissin. So he's kissing guys. That's what we call this guy, kissing guys. Look at this nerd. Look how short he is. You know, Joe's camera always show how short the guy is because they don't ever tilt them down to frame everybody the same way. So the framing is for, like, the tallest guy that you can get. And you could always see how shrimpy these guys are because they don't pan down for him. Now, see this scale here? I'm here and I'm here. We have this TV meticulously mathed out to show actual scale. This, if he was in person, this is how small he would be compared to me, one of the smallest human beings on this earth. Now, that means he must be 5'9", if he's that much smaller than me. So you can see this right here. That is his actual size. I could pick him up. Let's see. I could pick him up. I could put him anywhere in this room that I please. He's that small. So he's going to talk cancel culture. He's a big, tough guy, and he really knows what's going on with the woke. Okay. So I hate him. His name is Kissing Guys. Wait till you see the next one.
Cancel on us to get Kamala Harris on.
I was not going to do that. I would have had to. I knew you guys flew from England, and I wasn't going to cancel on you because she had an opportunity to come in. So
you didn't want to cancel on Triggernometry. You picked Triggernometry guys who nobody knows over having Kamala Harris. You didn't want to cancel on them because they flew from England. Well, what are you doing in England? What are you doing in England? Come here in America and talk about our culture. You're from England. You don't know no culture. You know KSI and a bunch of wrong terms for everything. Wait till you see the next guy.
You could
Joe
look at this
falls
and
for
say,
the
"Oh,
worst
you're being a
guys."
diva." But she had an opportunity to come here when she was in Texas, and I literally gave them an open invitation. I said, anytime. I said, if she's done at 10 o'clock, we'll come back here at 10 o'clock. I go, I'll do it at 9 in the morning. I'll do it at 10 p.m. I'll do it at midnight. If she's up. She wants to, drink a Red Bull, fucking party on.
Yeah, but I think this idea that you're being a diva is silly because you're offering her the opportunity to do exactly what the other candidate
So basically what you're saying is that everything Joe does is absolutely right?
These guys.
I mean, look at you. Look at you, you puny twerp.
They'll sit there and say something that's been said hundreds and hundreds of thousands of times
Nothing
before,
new.
as if it's like just coming to them
for the
and
first
they're
time.
saying
Yep.
it. It's
And I don't know, maybe
crazy.
that is just coming to them.
It's not. I've heard them.
Of
say
course,
it
I've heard
before.
them say it. 5 years ago. Here it was.
Right.
Well, she
Wait till you
actually
see the
reached
next
out
guy.
when she found out that he was coming on. So their camp reached out to me. So I said, great, I would love to talk to her. But it was very difficult to tie it down, and they wanted to travel. And see, the thing is, like, you can't, if I go somewhere, then there's going to be other people in the room. And they want to control a lot of things, I'm sure, according to the Brett Breyer interview on Fox. Like, people were waving them off. That's a distraction. People in the room, like, my whole goal with her and with him is just talk.
Okay, wait,
just
just look at this other nerd back here. They haven't showed him
No,
once.
Please.
This is the first time this turtle man. Oh, is he the worst? Look at your bangs. Look at your childlike bangs. You've never thought of doing anything different with your hair than your English mummy got you your haircut. Look at your big gross nose.
This
Look
is
at your
a joke,
glasses.
and don't censor me. And I'm allowed to say this because it's free speech, because it's a complete joke.
Yeah.
But when I close my eyes, I imagine a big axe going in the center of his skull.
Yeah.
And his part splitting
yes.
with the two hairy
Yes.
gray patches on each side.
And that's the kind of character in this world that he is. He's a disposable, axe through the head, first kill, second kill character. He's useless in this world. Go back to England and, whatever the fuck you're doing out there. Wait till you see him up close. I despise this guy. Ooh, mother may I. Oh, mother may. Always make sure the flames are facing forward. I worked at Walgreens as a kid. We had to face every flame forward to show people the fire. Watch this.
have a conversation like
Show
a human
him.
being.
Oh, no. What has he got
God,
in
I
his
didn't even
mouth?
know he was doing
What do you got in your mouth, Joe List? Anytime a man looks down at his cigar, his cigarette, his vape, it's no man you could ever trust. If you see a man, where are my cigars, sir? I got a lot of cigars, sir. You smoked all those cigars you barely called me? What you thinking, you mook? You smoked all those cigars, you didn't give me a call? Ay, ay, ay. You calamity. You nincompoop. You smoked those cigars. When you see a man take out one of these and he goes like this is how you listen. That's a scared man. That's all you need to know. This isn't a confident man. I've always told you this is how a man smokes. You're not thinking about it. You're not staring it down. You're not staring down the barrel of your smoking device, scared out of your mind and wondering if you're doing it right. Tony smokes like that too. Look at this and wait till you show. Is that a cigar? I hope it's not a cigar. He had no business.
It is.
You got asthma, bro. This fucking geek from overseas has asthma and he's smoking a cigar. He's probably going to cough his brains out.
And I'll never forget
You
the last
find
time
out
these
that-
guys were on Rogan, that gray-haired guy was like, I'm single, but...
Yes, he's single. This old man, he's single. I couldn't believe it. Even Josh Denny has a girlfriend.
Dude.
He's single. They're both single. No, we actually, we haven't really thought about that one yet. The girls and all. Your two fucking faggots are single? Cancel culture, guys? You can't be stop talking about... You gotta fucking learn how to... You gotta watch one of these teen movies where the nerds get laid. First, before you start talking about cancel culture, you gotta get laid before high school ends, bro. Look at him smoke this cigar back
Things
here.
about people. You get a sense of them at least.
You know, that made him sick. He's trying to, like, hold back puking. Look at this. Look at this loser.
like a human being.
Watch. Look at him.
You find out things about people. You get a sense of
He's
them.
holding in, like, a fucking nausea right now. He's like, I mean, every time I even take one puff of cigar, I want to die. And I'm the smokingest man there is. I mean, really, look at these dweebs. Joe, why does Joe get tricked into thinking every dweeb on the earth? Like, he thinks these guys are like geniuses. Like, Joe is like, these guys are the sharpest guys there are. You know? They're from England. These are like, he thinks they're like scientists.
It's a real sense. How's it?
Because of the
I don't
name
Did
of
Joe
Trigger.
just do that? Joe's doing
Because
this.
their podcast name is Triggernometry.
Triggernometry.
So even though they're just, I think they're actually comedians, British comedians.
Oh, are they?
I'm serious.
British
'Cause
comedians.
They always mention doing comedy, and I can't believe it.
Triggernometry?
That
The
should
fuck
be like
what
a
we talk
Cam
about?
Patterson podcast.
Yeah.
man. Like, you know?
Triggernometry. Yeah. What are they? Oh, because they're talking about people being triggered. You see, that's their phrase. Like, they still use the word triggered. Oh, are you snowflakes triggered?
Fuck.
Do I look fucking triggered to you, Englishman? Do I look fucking triggered to you? Look down that barrel. Can we get him right down that barrel? Why don't you come to a Red Bar?
That's a joke based on your podcast.
It's a joke.
name.
These are guns from the
You're the one who
old
named
time.
your podcast
As you can see,
Trigger.
these are guns from the Old West. It would be so funny if this just fired.
That one actually looks really cool right now.
I don't even know if there's a real gun. And why does this open up to be a jewelry box? Has anyone ever? I mean, I guess that's cool. You got to hide a few things.
BBs in there?
I don't know what
Does
you're
that do
supposed to
something?
do. I have no idea. Both sides open like this. There were no and then it's just hollow. Like, why would this happen? Why would it do this?
Careful, careful.
Oh, what does this do? Oh, that's just that. Look at this. Oh, I would love to. I would love to. Okay, let me get my gun. Triggernometry, yes. These guys, imagine these guys with a gun. They blow their fucking head off holding the gun. These guys have never shot a gun. You want to be conservative, you want to be anti-cancel culture, you better own 100 of these, bro. You better own, not safes worth, drawers worth of fucking firearms, please. Seriously, and this is the proper way to put a gun down. You hand it to someone like this. That's not, really. When Jules and I are out shooting, I go, she goes, let me take a turn. I go, here. And then you always want to put your finger like this. And I go, here.
I have to grab it by the barrel always.
Here. And then she grabs it like this. Thank you. And then you take it, and then you go like this, and you hold it as light as possible, and you go. And if you can't do that, you're a pussy. See, these guys are gun safety, gun safety. Pussy, homo. A real gun guy doesn't care about gun safety. He goes like this. Gun safety. Oh, is it cocked? This is how I handle a gun at the range. Anybody have a problem with this catch? But I make sure they're the bullets that kill a person in one shot. You know how they have like those bullets that are way more expensive that you're not supposed to use at the range? They are good to go through a man's heart and blow up and put shreds. I use those at the range. They've never caught me. I'm using bullets that are banned in the States. And when I put my guns away, I go like this. This is what you do. You load it. You go like this. And then you lay it loose on the edge. Here, cut to the... Here's the... You lay it very loose on the edge. Oh, like this. And you leave it there for your child. And you leave it cocked and loaded. And then you just... You want to do that? You know those games where you're trying to push the coins over the edge? This is what you do. You go... Just put your hands up now! Now! And then you safely put it away. Thank you. Gun control. Okay, back to Joe. You want to hear what he's got to say about Tony with these two nerds? What's our time code for this?
2830.
2830. Here we go. Oh, here's this geek. Wait till you see this geek in real time. Let me see if I get a clear picture of him. Oh, is he ugly? That looks like Hinchcliffe's mom. Hello. I mean, you really look like a storybook turtle from one of those shitty fucking books as a kid, like a kid's book where there's a turtle fucking. Look at this. This is like Dana Carvey.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't Dana Carvey have like a turtle?
Yes.
Find that Dana Carvey turtle.
Yes.
We have to pull this up and look at your bangs. Bang, bang, bangs.
Wait, I'm seeing this Dana Carvey turtle, and I'm like, I swear there's another turtle that has hair because the Dana Carvey one is bald.
Well, let's see the Dana Carvey. And oh yeah, wow! I am seeing a turtle.
There's
with
another
hair,
turtle that looks like him.
Yeah.
It's not that. That's just the obvious answer,
Yeah, wow! There is another turtle that looks like this.
right?
There's gotta be. It can't be this one. It cannot be this because
No,
But
I mean, some of it is there.
similar
but
vibe.
I swear.
Son of turtle. So there he is. He sucks. And you want to hear what they say about Tony? Joe kind of throws Tony under the bus here. So this is, not for the sensitive, not for the triggered. You want to hear this shit? We ready? Take it away, Joe.
Say racist things. You're right.
Say righteous things and the like. Listen to your voice, you fucking British hellhole. Similar things and they pop thing. That's not even how people talk in Britain anymore. That's from like 1982. They talk like that. For real. Listen to this schmuck.
They were right.
And they were, and that's why I came to Texas.
I mean, you are a hemorrhoid. Look at this one shot of him. I can't stand it. And you know what? This is one of these guys who's like so worried he's going to get in trouble for doing all this stuff, but nobody ever even pays attention to them. Like he's like, Refiction will get cancelled sometime soon as well. And he's nervous about it. Let's show him what fear is. I'd like to see. Oh, no. I'd like to see if he knows where. I'd die for a piece of candy right now. Any candy around here? Scanning. Come on, candy dish. Candy. No, not right now. Sorry. I'd like to see how he handles some pressure. Because you know what? He's kind of ignored. Nobody actually comes after him. Nobody ever says anything to him. Let's just see what a couple of Instagram comments can do. Okay? It's been done. Let's go. Let's hear what he says about Tony.
Yeah,
Whoever booked him is shitting their pants right now.
Why did you do that? I tell all comedians, don't ever do comedy at something that's not a comedy event. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't ever do comedy at a place that's doing also.
Okay, so this is very strange because there's a clip we're going to play you right after of Joe saying that Tony would be amazing as one of Trump's touring writers and that Tony should work for Trump. You know, there's Joe Rogan. He's kind of like Ethan Klein. He contradicts himself, the next day, the very next day. Listen to what he says here.
Don't do it. Don't ever do comedy at a place that's doing also.
Okay, do we have that other clip now to show that right quick back to back? Wait till you see this. I told him don't do it. Comedy never works at a place like this. Here, maybe he says a little bit more here.
Is he gonna have a bunch of speakers and you're gonna go up and do 10 minutes? Don't ever do that. It's a terrible setup. It's a terrible setup, and it's a political rally, and you're doing jokes like you're in a comedy club. It doesn't. You can't. Don't do it.
Okay, well, let's hear him from just how long ago was this?
No, it was when Adam Ray was on, so not that long ago.
Not long ago. Here's Joe. Weeks ago.
It would behoove him to hire a few great comics to just tour with him and just write one-liners about all these different fucking people.
I mean,
if he could remember them, I know he likes to go off his own head, but if he could remember a few Hinchcliffe bangers, if he hires Hinchcliffe to take him on the road, do you know how fucking insane that would be?
Yeah, dude.
Hinchcliffe writing bangers for Trump to shit on people. Trump was smart. He would hire Shane and Tony Hinchcliffe.
If he was smart, he'd hire Shane and Tony Hinchcliffe. Okay. And then cut to the other day.
Is he going to have a bunch of speakers and you're going to go up and do 10 minutes? Don't ever do that. It's a terrible setup. No. It's a terrible setup. And it's a political rally and you're doing jokes like you're in a comedy club. It doesn't. You can't. Don't do it.
I don't really blame Tony, though, because Tony is what Tony is, right? Like, if you want an insult comic, Tony is the best in the world.
There's literally
the best in the world. Tony is the best insult comic in the world. According to the worst human in the entire world, so maybe that makes sense. Look at this guy. Tony is the best in the world. Why? Because Rogan said that once?
And everything they say is with such conviction. Like, it's the way they say everything that really gets me so bad.
It's really strange. This world, these days, everything out of everybody's mouth seems to be the complete opposite of what's actually real.
Tony is what Tony is, right? Like, if you want an insult comic, Tony is the best in the world.
There's literally his great specialty is roasting.
Right. So
the best roaster ever.
If you book Tony Hinchcliffe is going to be Tony Hinchcliffe.
Exactly.
So whoever fucking booked him, that's the person that's made the mistake.
Not just booked him, but apparently went over his material.
Did they go over
I don't understand, because Nikki Glaser is like 1,000 times better than Tony at roasting. And they never mention her. And everybody knows it. On all these roasts, Nikki Glaser is always getting the biggest applause and doing it the most professional way. And the jokes, you don't see them coming. And Tony's done what? 2 roasts, one of them which made him the enemy of half the country, and the other one written by Snoop Dogg. I mean, there's 100 writers on this. He's reusing old jokes. All of those jokes that you all applauded and thought were so genius, we watched Snoop Dogg do 13 years ago. Okay? What's up with that? Why is no one talking about that?
That's made the mistake.
Not just booked him, but apparently went over his material.
Did they go over his material?
No.
Why wouldn't they? It's like you don't know about nothing about comedy. Did they go over his material? Doesn't that sound like something they would have done at the biggest Trump rally 8 days before the election? Look at this geek. He don't know up from down.
Just booked him, but apparently went over his material.
Did they go over his material?
No.
Oh, my.
This is what I've read on the internet, so it must be true.
Why don't you ask your buddy Tony
I know.
what happened? You're just reading random shit? Why don't you talk to Tony and find out what happened and then report the truth? Did they go over his material? What? I thought you're on the side of Trump. It wasn't Kamala Harris who went over Tony's material. You do understand this, right? You guys are like getting confused on what we're supposed to be. Tony was doing this too at the rallies. They get confused. It's all just a jumbled mess in their heads.
It's a Donald Trump. Someone's getting fired, man.
I gotta tell you, that joke kills at comedy clubs. I don't like the joke. It kills, and
You don't like the joke? Why? Why doesn't Joe Rogan, the top comedy murderer of the world, like that joke? You don't like the Puerto Rico joke?
When Big Spid does a joke, we support him.
We
Even
support
if we're not
him.
okay
Yes,
with it. We're
it does not matter. We support him every time. You don't like the joke? And it killed. Here's another big one. It killed in comedy clubs. This is what Joe's saying. It always kills in comedy clubs. Well, the word on the street is Tony practiced this Trump rally set at New York's The Stand. Oh, do we love The Stand, right? Aaron Burr, the home of Aaron Berg. The Stand. All the reports from that night say Tony bombed the entire audience at the comedy club, The Stand. They were silent. They hated it. He bombed at the comedy club the night before.
As reported by NBCnews.com.
Really?
Didn't you see this article?
No, send that over.
I put it at the very top, where it says, I'll get a better reaction tomorrow at the rally.
I'll get a better reaction tomorrow at the rally. Let me refresh here. I don't see that. I'll get a better reaction tomorrow at the rally. Did you just put that up?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It was there now. It's at the top.
Okay, let's see. Come on. So you got Joe talking out of his ass. He's talking out of each side of that giant ass of his. And here it is. Is there a video or just a report?
No, go to the third paragraph. It starts with, "It was not."
It was not the first time Hinchcliffe has used the Puerto Rico line. He practiced it at the Stand Comedy Club in New York City. Wow, look at that. Where he made a surprise appearance on Saturday night, according to NBC News producer, fake news, of course, and 3 other people who happened to be in the audience. The joke did not draw laughs, just a handful of awkward chuckles. Hinchcliffe told the audience that he would be performing at Madison Square Garden rally the next day and said multiple times during his routine that he would get a better reaction tomorrow at the rally. End quote. So there it was, but Joe, of course, saying the exact opposite. I'll play that again here.
For his material. Oh my!
I love this Rogan.
This is what I've read on the internet, so it must be true.
In the words of Donald Trump, someone's getting fired, man.
I gotta tell you, that joke kills at comedy clubs. I don't like the joke. It kills. And I said to him, I don't. It's just like if you're Puerto Rican and you hear that in the audience, like,
wait, has he done this before practicing at the Stand?
Somebody in the chat was saying he has done that joke for a while.
I mean, come on, guys.
But
He's touring this joke. This Puerto Rico, you couldn't even write new material. So the dated, hacky material you're doing is also dated and hacky just from you yourself? I mean, that's something. This is what I mean about these comics. We're giving them so much applause. Been doing the joke 100 times. You can't come up with a new joke. You got to repeat that one. Imagine if I repeated something like that. The only time I've seen a repeat like that is from Big Spade. But it's kind of by accident. Let's go to Big Spade. Let's see what he has to say.
The only thing I like about Mexico is the cartel.
Oh.
Does Puerto Rico have a cartel? I don't think so.
Okay. Wow. He's very good. All right, back to Rogan. Let's see what he said. Oh. Rogan?
Oh, but it's a funny joke. The joke does well. But
wait, you said you don't like the joke, but now you're saying it's a... Oh, I'm sorry. I got the hiccups again. I knew this was going to happen. We can't keep this up.
Oh, no.
How long have we been on? I want to see what hour I get these hiccups.
8 hours.
We have not been on 8 hours.
It's 7:55. I didn't even realize.
It's 7:55 what?
7 hours and 55 minutes.
We have been on for 8 hours?
I didn't even know that.
That's crazy. We've done 2 skits. I got 1 million skits here to do. Like this one. What is this DVD? Someone sent me this DVD. Look at this. What is this? It says, The Great Satan, and that's it. What is this DVD? Who sent it? Is it good? It's very, there's like nothing in it. It's like I'm going to get ripped off. If I don't even want to break the packaging. It's still in the package here. What is this DVD, The Great Satan, that was sent to me? I said, Jules, this is the exact, cut to the wide. Look at these colors. It matches this DVD someone sent me a year ago.
They sent it a year ago?
I think this is very old.
I thought that was new that they sent.
It might be. Does anyone know what this is? It does scare me. Ooh, I got the chills for my DVD. This is Playblow's DVD. That's how they used to watch movies back then. Okay, 8 hours in, I get the hiccups. So not so bad. No hiccups for 8 hours and then 8 hours. And now I think they're gone because I was scared shitless from this, the great demon, the great witcher. I am, oh my God. You know, half of our gorgeous props, they're all going to garbage. I've dropped so much stuff. Okay, let's hear some more from Rogan about Tony. He don't like the joke. I can't believe you would say that. This is Tony. You're supposed to be standing up for free speech and comedy like the Legion of Skanks, who so badly want to go back on Kill Tony to get some of that Kill Tony fan base.
I said to him, I go, dude, that's the one that's going to get you stabbed.
Really?
Yes. And he used to talk about it on stage, saying, Joe Rogan always says, that's the one that's going to get me stabbed. Like,
wow.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah.
I think he'd pick stabbed at this point, given the shit that's going down.
Why is that?
I think it'll blow over.
I thought it was just a funny joke, and there's no problem with it. These guys can't get their, like, ideas right.
just like all these things do.
Yeah,
and
of
there's people that are always going to hate someone like Tony, and it's going to make other people love him more. It's just like he's going through it right now.
Yeah. You know,
he's going through the storm.
I don't know how you could listen to me for years on end talk about Tony and like him. I just don't know. What about what I am saying and showing you? Don't you understand? It doesn't make any sense. If there's anybody on this earth you could trust and listen to and blindly trust without looking into it yourself, it's me. Have they not seen
somebody
REDBAR?
who, you know, has wound up, you know, who winds people up. We've wound people up on our time.
Yeah, you guys are winders.
We get called something beginning with W.
The bloody winders.
What did they do to wind
Yeah,
people
what do you
up?
do to wind people up? You call people snowflakes? That's a cool term. You're triggered.
I
don't
want to
mean-
know the most winding they've ever done.
Yeah, I'd like to do a couple wines. Where do you live? Where do you live? Tell me where you live, and I'll come do some winding with you. Please. Have a glass of wine. That's a Tony joke. See how quick?
Oh, well, you guys, that's a negative over there, wanker. You can call someone a wanker here, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Sure.
it's like calling him a cracker. It doesn't really work.
It's offensive.
Hunky.
But when I saw what Tony did, I went, all right, mate, you're in a different league now to me. That is another level.
Yeah, Obama was quoting his bit, but he's quoting it like it was a statement.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is really fucked up. He was quoting it like he was saying someone called Puerto Rico an island of garbage. But you know that's a
Listen
joke.
to
That's like
this.
going to a Quentin Tarantino movie, and then the man killed that woman. He didn't really kill that woman. That's like a doll.
Yeah.
You know, this is a movie. No one died. Everyone's fine. They all like each other.
But if you give them ammunition,
yeah, it's the problem. We were discussing this.
Quentin Tarantino should take a black man, call him the N-word, and shove a ball in his mouth at a Trump rally. That's what I would like to see. Now.
Everyone's fine. They all like each other.
but if you give them ammunition,
Yeah, it's the problem. We were discussing this in the bathroom. Like, it's like, that's their job. That's
Yeah.
what they have to do.
They got to do it.
That's
You
their job.
talked to them in the shitter? We were discussing this in the bathroom. That's disgusting. Imagine Joe taking a big fucking ice cold bath shit. You know, he shits in that ice bath. Have you seen that? Where he poos himself out? Yeah. How do you think he gets out? He doesn't want to climb out. That looks elderly. So he starts shitting until he rises and falls off the side. I've seen it happen. They tried to cut the video and they tried to do color correction and make the poo white, clear or whatever. Didn't work for me. I saw right through that. He's always shitting himself up. Really?
Job.
you give them ammunition, they're going to use it.
Of course they're going to do it. That's what they do. Like, you
what they
can't
do.
assume they're going to be a good person and not use it in this critical moment. How many days are we? Like 8 days before the election? That's
Right.
crazy. That's so soon. Of course you're going to use everything. I'd use it too.
But you know what? It nicely
That's nice.
encapsulates
You
more.
do the same thing as Kamala Harris, your mortal enemy? It's fucked. These guys are fucked, huh?
From politics, because it's a storm about nothing. It's a storm about a joke at a rally. And actually, everybody's focusing on that instead of the huge problems that America has, which we all need to be discussing.
Like?
We need to be
Like
discussing
what?
in a
Like?
calm, serious, and sober manner. Because, for example, if you have an open border, that's an existential crisis. 'Cause
Tony, discuss the open border. People are like outraged, and it's like you should be talking about the. They are talking about the border nonstop. It's all people have been talking about. There's really nothing else. The border and the trans. The two top issues of the world. Now, I agree with the border, and I agree with any bathroom-related rule as well. I don't want regular men in the men's bathroom. I'll tell you that right now. Equally as disgusting. I'd rather have a person with some fake tits in there than what I've seen. Oh, what I've seen at that Harkins Theater bathroom. The plops. I've heard the stench, the putrid stench of the man. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I want that in my bathroom. They should ban shitting from bathrooms before banning women from men's bathrooms or men from women's. Please, ban shitting. If you want to pee into a balloon, tie it up, dispose of it properly in one of those medical disposal units on the wall. Do not shit outside of your house. Don't shit in your house. Figure it out. Racists.
Can't control your borders, you don't have a country. But we don't talk about that, really. We're getting upset because Tony Hinchcliffe came along and called Puerto Rico and trash.
But he didn't even call him. He made a joke,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. He made a joke.
You just said you would never say something like that, that's on another level. Joe said he doesn't like the joke, and you said people would want to stab you if you said that. And now you're going, it's a bunch of rubbish over nothing. Well, what about all the people who want to stab? Well, and you said you would never say that, and Joe says he doesn't like the joke. Well, it's because it's nothing. Okay! Ooh, do I want to do stuff to him? Ooh, he needs to be. Remember when I used to say that? Ooh, he needs to be. Fill in that blank. Or, better yet, use a real bullet.
Called Puerto Rico and trash.
But he didn't even call him. He made a joke,
yeah,
right?
exactly. He made a joke.
There's an island of trash.
Yeah.
It's called Puerto Rico. Here's where that joke comes from.
Here's where the joke comes from. Now, listen to this. This is Tony Hinchcliffe, who does not know who Chapel Roan is. This is Tony Hinchcliffe doing My Pillow jokes.
He also didn't know about the bean in Chicago.
He didn't know what the bean in Chicago was. This was just last month. People go, the bean in Chicago. He's like, what are you talking about? They're like, the bean. The bean? Yeah, the bean in Chicago, the giant silver bean. There's a giant silver bean. And he didn't believe it. They had to prove it to him. And you're telling me that what Joe's about to say is true. Listen to this. This is Joe's cope for Tony's joke.
There's an island of trash.
Yeah.
It's called Puerto Rico. Here's where that joke comes from. Tony is actually obsessed with the Pacific garbage patch, and like the fact that we just throw, like we were talking about, like recycling. Like recycling doesn't work. They don't do it. Most of your bottles, when you throw in a recycler, they get put in landfills. So there's a landfill in Puerto Rico that's way overflowed. Puerto Rico has a legitimate trash problem because they're on an island. Like, where are you going to put it?
Tony is obsessed with the Pacific trash island. Did you hear this? He's obsessed with it. He can't stop talking about it.
And like the fact that we just throw, like we were talking about, like recycling. Like recycling doesn't work. They don't do it.
Tony Hinchcliffe hasn't recycled anything but his jokes.
But if that was true and that's what the joke was about, he would have said that in his defense.
Why wouldn't you say that in your defense then? This is you just concocted
he
just
whole
now.
Tweet.
I mean, good God, guys. Tony is obsessed with the fact that people are littering. Tony is throwing Wendy's bags out of his convertible as he cackles down the road, jerking his automatic car. It's like stalling. And it's automatic.
Most of your bottles, when you throw in a recycler, they get put in landfills. So there's a landfill in Puerto Rico.
Look at this fool sip. He doesn't believe it. Look at their face when he's saying this. Look at the trigonometry, guys.
Your bottles, when you throw in a recycler, they get put in landfills. So there's a landfill in Puerto Rico that's way...
You guys, okay, just sit through this one. Just agree. Just agree. It's a great opportunity, a wonderful opportunity to be on the show. Just agree. I can't believe it, but this is what you've stooped to, you two. This is what you've stooped to. Believe in this nonsense. I thought, you're the truth tellers. Tony has been obsessed with this garbage patch. You know, he just cares about the planet. He's trying to point that out. It's as simple as that.
Overflowed. Puerto Rico has a legitimate trash problem because they're on an island. Like, where are you going to put it, right? There's all these people living on that island. Where are you going to put it? And so they have landfills. Their landfills are way over capacity. So that's where the joke came from.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the joke came from, like, Tony being environmentally conscious.
Well, what about the city he's in right now, New York City, where there's piles of trash on every corner, stinking up the whole place? Why don't you make a New York City trash joke if you're so concerned about garbage?
Yeah, they don't seem to have taken it that way.
But from his roaster perspective, that's where the joke comes from.
Totally.
I think it's called Puerto Rico. And you say it and everybody laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, we were at the rally, and people say no one laughed. Not quite true. Like, it didn't get a big laugh, but it got a bit of a laugh.
You were at the rally?
Yeah.
It's, even Jon Stewart said it was a funny joke.
Yeah.
Even Jon Stewart, who is the pinnacle of truth in this world. Jon Stewart, remember Louis C.K.'s protector. We showed you that earlier. Even Jon Stewart liked it. So it must mean it's good because we all love and respect Jon Stewart all of a sudden, who, by the way, should be your #1 enemy. But no, of course, Jon Stewart's doing this thing like Bill Maher where, he's got to play both sides here because, there's no real business in just being a straight-up lib anymore, right? So he's got to... Who did we just see turn over like that? Melton even did it. I couldn't believe Patrick Melton went on this rant about how everyone's a snowflake if they don't like Trump, and if you like Kamala, you're out of here. We've never heard anything like this from Melton. This election is turning. Every man is turning over. They just can't. They're like too afraid to say anything else. I've never seen anything like it.
That was great of him.
He had much better ones that got a bigger response, but yeah.
It's a terrible... People are like, well, it wasn't funny. Right. Because it was a terrible setup for comedy. Everything was wrong. If you were in a comedy club and that guy did that...
But you said you don't like the joke. Do you remember saying that, Joe? Did you misspeak? You just said you didn't like the joke. So which is it? The setup's bad? Well, it didn't work at the stand. Maybe Tony's bad. Joe, you don't have a good eye for other human beings. I mean, we could go down the list. Brendan Schaub, Aubrey Marcus, Brian Callen, Tony Hinchcliffe, Chris D'Elia was one of your good buddies. You've got very bad taste in men. Look at the two sitting across from you now that you canceled on Kamala Harris for. Because you didn't want to fly. You couldn't leave your beautiful Austin gym house.
It was a terrible setup for comedy. Everything was wrong. If you were in a comedy club and that guy did that set, you'd be laughing. It's just a bad setup. Everything's wrong. It's like you don't go to see acoustic music while people are using jackhammers.
That was almost
right?
Stewie. Hold on, stop.
Acoustic music. Did you hear that?
Stewie.
You don't listen to acoustic music.
Don't go to see acoustic music.
Wow, Stewie. Bald and everything. Now that's a Stewie costume. And Joe, you can't dress up for Halloween as Stewie? Shame on you. And look how small Rogan is right now. Mr. Muscle Man is about as big as my bicep. Look at this guy. I've got an ab as big as this guy. He's nothing. You know who said this first? Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin was right. Joe Rogan's nothing. He can punch you as hard as he can. It's not going to do anything because he's so small. Okay? It's nothing. It's like a hamster hitting you. This is a very tiny, tiny guy.
Music while people are using jackhammers around you, right? Like, it's not the right setup. Right? You want to go where somewhere it's quiet.
Yeah.
And stand-up comedy should be done in a comedy environment, in a club, there is a great video, though, I should say, of Don Rickles. Don Rickles in the...
There's not.
You seen that?
There's no great video of Rickles. You guys remember these old-timers. Jesus Christ. Well, they were much better than you. Was there any more from this clip?
Yeah.
Or should we move on to...
What time are you at? There's this other thing I wanted.
I'm at 34:02.
Hold on. Keep playing it for a sec, but I'll try to skip ahead more.
Don Rickles was a G, boy. He was a funny man. He was so good. It really translates today. Like, you watch that set. It really translates today. But I think Don Rickles...
Go to 3512.
Okay, 3512. Okay, let's see what happens here.
Can dare do that joke. I never, sat down with him. I didn't know what bits he was going to do. But then I heard he did that joke. I was like, oh Jesus, Tony.
Oh, this is
Here
bad.
it comes.
I think there are comedians probably who... I think Tony's the wrong type of comedian for that environment. If you had someone come in who wasn't
100%.
a roast comedian, who actually made everyone feel...
You just said Tony would be... Trump should hire Tony. That he's the best possible man for the job. And now you're all going, Tony is the worst possible guy to be in that situation. Well, who should be in it then? Adam Ray? Who's going to... this Adam Ray, his downfall is close. Adam Ray. Did Adam Ray know that Dr. Phil was a Trump... Adam Ray is a flaming lib. He is a Hollywood... He's as lib as they come from Hollywood, as nervous as they come. And now his character, Dr. Phil, he was also speaking at the Trump rally. Adam Ray is nervous.
Adam Ray just wants to be in Barbie movie.
Adam Ray is nervous, but he's going, okay, well, I guess if the left hates me, I could always do us. Everyone's going to start hating this Dr. Phil. They're going to hate its guts soon. Just watch. Listen to this.
And
you know who could do it and just talk about cultural issues and get everybody to laugh is Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore is really good. What the
fuck? Jimmy Dore would bring America together at the Trump rally. This is another one that Joe's been suckered into thinking is someone that he's not. Jimmy Dore? Jimmy Dore is detestable. Remember when he spit on Alex Jones because he had a temper tantrum? Jimmy Dore would be perfect for this. Yeah, people love Jimmy Dore.
About cultural issues and get everybody to laugh is Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore is really good at that. He could do something like that because he's so knowledgeable when it comes to politics. He could bridge the gaps between humor and fact and reality and what we're up against.
Christ.
He could do that. But it's not Tony's wheelhouse, man. Tony's just talking shit about people's clothes and stuff.
So Tony's not very bright. It's just talking shit about people's clothes. And he doesn't do that well. He's not very good. I mean, look at the clothes he's wearing himself. He needs to start talking about his own damn clothes. If he's so good at roasting clothes, which I'd never heard him roast clothes before. He don't know nothing about no clothes. Okay, unless it's a closed fit in one of those abuse cases that he's got going on. Maybe he knows closed then. But listen to Joe throw Tony under the bus here. He really insults him here. And I hope Tony is listening to this. And I hope his rise to power is suffering from this statement.
Tony's wheelhouse, man. Tony's just talking shit about people's clothes and stuff. He's very shallow with that. Like, his comedy is all just, you're a loser. But it's fun. It's like, and he'll get through it. He's going through a storm, and that's what happens with all these things, with people like that. But it's good for him, too. Like, when he got canceled in the past, he came back way stronger as a comic because he felt like he had to prove something. Like, it made him really tighten up his material, like really edit things well, and really write sharp stuff.
Sharp!
That's what'll happen with him. He'll come back better.
Yeah, the thing I really like about Tony is Tony's a fighter. You can tell. When we interviewed him on our show and we talked to him, I'm like, you're a fighter.
One of the worst interviews I've ever heard. Laughable throughout. We were gasping at what was coming out of Tony's mouth. Any human being with a brain in their head would go, if they were sitting across from Tony and Tony was spewing what he said on their show earlier, they'd go, okay, thank you very much. I'm going to get out. You thought he was wonderful? You thought he was incredible? What must you be if when Tony speaks, you're, wow, never thought of it like that. So sharp.
He's a fighter. You can tell. When we interviewed him on our show and we talked to him, I'm like, you're a fighter. That's who essentially he is. And he's going to come back from this better and stronger. And it's everybody who is smart realizes that this is a storm about nothing.
Wow.
And it's being used and politicized
You
and
literally
weaponized.
already fucking
You
said that.
said that. I see they got nothing to say, these two Einsteins.
And he's saying it again as if he's like...
Again, this is what these guys do. I wish we could show you. It's over and over again. And they just keep... it's like the Joe Rogan show. The same convo over and over again. Years on end.
Storm about
But that's
nothing.
pretty much it for that.
Oh, okay. I thought he said something about... I thought he really humiliated Tony a little bit more. Does he say something more?
Keep going.
Used and politicized and weaponized by the Democrat Party because that's what they do. That's what every side do.
Well, it's also because it's effective.
Right.
Like, that's their job. Like, it makes sense that they would do that. That's literally their job. Their job is to win this fucking election. And if they can win this election by finding some lady who says Trump fingered her in the 80s,
I think that was
roll
it.
her
I
out.
think that was just that.
Thank you, Joe. That was very beautiful, what you did for your friend. Very beautiful. We've seen him be very beautiful like that before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Now, should we show
The Legion of Skanks and Peng Dang.
Yeah, let's show that. So you want to do
Legion? Like a 2-second break?
We gotta.
We'll
be right back. This is 8 hours in to the Red Bar Day of the Red. We're doing this or we're doing that? We'll do that. Sure. We'll be right back.